Hi everyone, and welcome to another Vayne update video. This marks our 24th major update, our second major update since our early access launch, and our first major map expansion towards the western border of the Champlain Valley region. The update is now live on Steam on both the full game and the demo, so please check it out if you haven't yet. We're very excited to go over some of the bigger changes in this update. We're going to leave out bug fixes as usual, and skip over a ton of the smaller changes, but for the full changelog, please check out the Steam announcement linked in the description. If you missed it, we post bi-weekly updates on our website, news.vayne.gg, as well as on Steam. Remember to join our Discord for up-to-the-minute updates, and subscribe to us on YouTube to get notifications for videos like this. Let's get into it. So like we mentioned, with this update we've created our first major map expansion since the early access launch. Welcome to Franklin County, in the western area of the Champlain Valley. This 8.3 kilometer squared region includes various landmarks and points of interest. New residential areas and buildings, A-frame houses, an apple orchard, a massive golf course, new business buildings, Loon Lake and Rainbow Lake, a lumber mill, a camping store, a gun shop, a library, and more. This region is more meant for players favoring rural and off-the-grid gameplay, but still has enough resources for urban players to make it worth exploring. We've added a host of related items, such as golf clubs and golf bags, to the area to complement the map updates. We've increased fall damage significantly, as you were able to fall off roofs, cliffs, etc. with very little damage. Tons of new music has been added to the game, including to in-game radio stations. We've added a foraging system to the game. You can forage specific plants from caves, forests, riverbanks, and more. Some foraging plants only grow at certain elevations or regions. These can be used to craft medical items and cooking ingredients that can be used as a replacement for existing medical items once loot scarcity kicks in during long-term gameplay. Most of the plants you forage can be consumed directly, but if cooked, will yield better effects. We're continuing work on weapon animations for this update. We've added skill-based reload animations. Depending on your weapon handling stat, the reload animation for weapons will change, with better weapon handling yielding more professional and efficient weapon reloading. We've done some changes to sleep. We've unified multiplayer and single-player sleep systems, so in multiplayer you can choose a duration, and in single-player you can set multiple spawn points. In multiplayer, if everyone is asleep at the same time, time can advance from sleeping. We've also added dreams and nightmares to the game based on your character's happiness or depression. We've improved performance slightly by moving a lot of Unreal Blueprint scripting code into C++. This will probably not be noticeable for players on very modern PCs, but may help marginally for players on lower-end PCs. We added some new uniquenesses. We added claustrophobia, which causes unhappiness or stress when indoors, and agoraphobia, which causes unhappiness or stress when outdoors. While you can technically opt for both at the same time, it's probably not a great idea. We also added uniquenesses to start your character addicted to drugs or alcohol. We found a critical bug in the addiction system that caused addictions to never actually do anything or show up, and we fixed it for this version, so be careful when imbibing. We've done our first pass on condition rebalancing. We've received criticism about the game potentially being a bit too easy, and we're in the process of rebalancing medical systems and zombie difficulty. Panic, tiredness, stress or sadness, thirst, stimulation, being well-fed, poisoning, and exertion have been rebalanced. There's now an energy crash condition from stimulated, making you slower and weaker. Bandages get dirty over time and need to be changed, leading to increased bacterial infection odds. Different sterilizers, such as soap versus alcohol versus hand sanitizer, now have different sterilization qualities. Antibiotics now actually treat bacterial infections rather than just preventing them. And finally, your hit points are now displayed in the medical menu. We plan on further difficulty changes to both the medical systems and to the default zombie settings. We added the ability for many items that have individual properties to be stacked in foldable menus. This has been requested a lot because our UI favors hoarding a lot of items, but didn't let you organize it very well. You can drag and drop entire stacks of items if desired, but still select individual items in the folded list. We also added sub-inventories. Backpacks, bags, etc. can now contain items directly inside of them. The bag can be dropped or moved and still contain items, making trading items a bit easier and allowing you to organize your inventory by carrying bags of items. We also added a zip bag item which stores one item and is waterproof, allowing you to, for example, transport electronics underwater without the risk of them getting wet. We extended the planting and farming system to include perennials. We've added an apple seed item that can be used to plant trees anywhere on the ground. Apple trees last forever as long as they have water, so you can harvest them multiple times without needing to replant them. They can be chopped down like any other tree with an axe or saw. We plan on a few other species of tree, as well as normal wood tree planting, in a future update. We added the ability to gut fish to retrieve fish guts, usable as bait for other fish. We also now changed hunger satisfaction such that fish satisfy hunger relative to their weight. We added tools to the admin menu to allow admins to spawn furniture, TVs, and containers into the world. This has been requested for a while, but we've just got around to it. We're excited to see what server admins and creative single-player players do to the world with these. There's a new type of buildable object, extension ports. These work as extension cords for the wiring systems in-game. They allow you to transmit water, electricity, and gas further than the maximum wire distance, potentially even across the entire map. New vehicle sounds have been added to each vehicle. Engine sounds are now muffled when inside a vehicle interior. We've completed a new saving and loading system. This should be our final refactor to saving and loading in Vane. It's faster, more secure, prevents data loss, and is future-proof. Your existing saves will work and be upgraded to the new format when you load them. We've tested this comprehensively and are happy with where it's at in this update. Finally, for any non-English speakers, we've added Chinese, Spanish, French, and Turkish to the game, and updated existing Russian, German, and Japanese translations. We'll continue to translate the game based on Steam wishlist demand and player regions. So that's about it for this update video. We have a much larger change list in the Steam announcement, linked in the description below. We encourage you to take a look when you have the chance, as we've integrated a lot of smaller requests from players that we receive via the in-game feedback tool, emails, our Discord, etc. If you haven't yet purchased the early access version of the game, you can check out the demo, which is updated with every major release we make. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.